So a while back, this guy who has a lot of Bitcoin donates his Bitcoin to this community building project. And this community building project becomes known as Bitcoin Beach. And Bitcoin Beach develops this circular Bitcoin economy that allows El Salvadorians to save money in Bitcoin. The spiel I could give about inflation, removing your ability to save, is another topic, but effectively this meant that people in El Salvador were able to save using Bitcoin, and they also had access to do digital payments now because they don't have banks there. They're all using cash for everything, except for now they're using Bitcoin. Okay, and so then the president of El Salvador said, yo, this Bitcoin Beach thing looks pretty great. I want that success for like my whole country. So he makes it legal tender in his country, and he becomes the first country to do this. So with Bitcoin as legal tender, there's this coffee. Now this is kind of a brand, like a Bitcoin branded coffee, but it's made in El Salvador. And so, these are the farmers that are, making the coffee. Here's another one. And this is the one that I spoke to. And, so whenever I bought the coffee, like I said, El Salvadorians don't typically have banks. So what they have instead is their legal tender Bitcoin. Now, dollars are legal tender too, but you can't do digital payments with dollars because you can only do digital payments if you have a bank. So this first invoice here is, the $15 that I paid for the coffee. He sent me another invoice for the shipping. And all of this was done with Lightning, so you might be wondering, oh, but did you spend like $5 in transaction fees? No, I didn't. I actually just established a Lightning channel in my Phoenix wallet beforehand. So I was using Phoenix, they were using Strike and Moon for the two invoices. I was using Phoenix. We all just did it through the Lightning Network. Once you establish a Lightning Network channel, you can just spend from that Lightning Network channel with less than a penny in fees, like fractions upon fractions of a penny. So anyway, that's the story of how I got some coffee. And so I just wanted to do like a review. I mean, this came straight from some farmers. So straight from farm to table, right? Oh, I don't gotta cut it. I can just open it from the top. Farm to table. So there should be some pretty good stuff. Okay, so they actually sealed it pretty good. They actually sealed it pretty good. We're gonna go ahead and cut. For context of what blend this coffee is, they put the X about there. Yeah, so right above right after the word medium. And so that's going to be how dark the coffee is. Yep. Ooh, hold on. Yeah, so I saw that, like, the front of the package, it's actually got some ingredients here. It says tasting notes: cocoa nibs, passion and dried fruit, intense citric notes, and it's a medium body. Region is Apaneca, Elamatepec. I'm sure these are Spanish words. I don't speak a lick of Spanish, so. Agroecologic and biodynamic process black honey. Nice. Alright. This is gonna be legit. Like, this is not your Folgers coffee, guys. This is yeah. This is the coffee beans. So I gotta grind these up from scratch. Well, I say scratch, but there's actually a lot of processing that goes into, making coffee to get it to be a bean. But I'm gonna grind this up fresh. So this is gonna be good, guys. This is gonna be good. I'm excited. Tight. Yeah, so, I heard about Bitcoin when I was a kid. I always thought of it as like video game money, which being a kid was not a bad thing. And I thought it was cool because it's like video game money that you can take outside of a video game and maybe use it in another video game, something for that. Problem with being a kid is you don't have your own money. So I couldn't actually obtain any Bitcoin. I tried to mine off of a laptop. By that time, I couldn't get any. So finally, when I got a job, I did buy, and that was in 2016. So I'm excited about supporting the Bitcoin economy and all that. I think it's okay. I could go on my spiel about inflation. 1971, the dollar removed its peg from gold. Housing prices of everything really keep running away from people. I was always one of those people that, I don't like debt, and I like to save. So whenever I started learning economics, I started learning how our system works. I started learning that what I was doing was actually stupid. Saving money, saving dollars specifically. You actually get taken advantage of that way because of inflation. And taking out debt means that you have the money now, and then if your interest rate is lower than the inflation rate, you actually got it pretty good. So I didn't like that. I just like to save and not be in debt. So that's why I like Bitcoin more. That's one reason why I like Bitcoin more. There's actually another reason. Well, there's several reasons. Another one is, like, when you put your credit card in to a website, it's very much like you take from me, right? So, like, if someone gets my credit card number, they can just take money out of my bank account. And, with like, if I had a virus on my computer, or if someone was just watching me, over my shoulder, shoulder surfing is what they call that. and they saw those numbers, or they had like a card skimmer. You know, there's all kinds of ways to steal this credit card number. And also the fact that the merchant stores your credit card number or debit card number. I actually have a debit card, not a credit card. You know, if their website gets hacked, then now your card number is out in the ether. And so Bitcoin is, you know, having my Bitcoin number doesn't mean that you get my Bitcoin. There's two numbers. One is the one that I give you if you want to send money to me, and the other is a number that I don't share with anyone. That's the number that I use to sign a certificate, basically, to send money to someone else. And that's if I'm using the main chain. It's a different process for Lightning. It still works that way, but there's more to it. There's more to it than just blockchain when you're talking about the Lightning Network. Almost done grinding here. I'm sure we could stop. This is probably enough, honestly. Alright. Yeah, this is gonna be legit. We're gonna go for the French press. Oh yeah. And then just need to heat up some water. So my electric kettle is going. Go ahead and put this up somewhere. Now I'm going to try this two ways. First, I'm going to go ahead and just try it straight. I mean, it smells really good. You know, I don't usually drink coffee straight, but, you know, let's just see what it's like straight. And then I got all these ingredients to do my, you know, coffee sugar. I'm honestly not sure if I'm going to need the honey. I probably don't need the honey. Honey might be overkill. It's gonna be good. One thing I should go ahead and mention, you know, I was in the Air Force before, but my opinions do not necessarily reflect that of the military or the Air Force. I'm just a guy at this point. You know, I'm not a military spokesperson, and I am not even in the military anymore. So let's not pretend like this is military sponsored. This is just a nerding out about magic internet money, pretty much. So, but, you know, I look forward to, you everything that's gonna get developed. I mean, right now I'm just looking at coffee. This is probably not. Well, let's taste the coffee first to see. It smells good though. I mean, I don't know. You open like a Starbucks coffee bag, not the pre-grounded bag. Okay, just a Starbucks coffee bag. You open it up for the first time, and it kind of smells dark. This just smells so sweet. It smells sweet. Ooh, and chocolatey. It smells sweet and chocolatey. Wow, it's awesome. It's awesome. I'm gonna go check out my water. Oh yeah. All right. Let's go. Okay. Maybe that was a little exaggerated. Oh, goodness. There it is. I did not buy all of this, the French press and electric kettle and all that, just because I wanted to buy Bitcoin coffee. I just normally make coffee like this. just wanna mention that beforehand. All right, so this isn't like my first cup of Joe. All right, this is not my first time using this process. Alright, and then it just kind of needs a couple minutes to sort of sit there and soak. So we're just gonna let it do that for a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and pause the recording while it's soaking. Alright, I think it's good. I think it's good. It's still pretty hot, but it's been more than a couple minutes. Yeah, I mean that the electric kettle just got done heating up whenever I poured it in, so it needed some time to cool down. I'm sure there's like a right temperature to pour, but it's just how I've been doing it. So because I'm doing it the same way that I've been doing my other coffee blends, it should be a fair comparison. should be fair to compare the blends. Anyway, now you might be thinking, hey, there's coffee grounds and water in there. How do you separate the two? And the answer is, it's called a French press for a reason. Now, here is the filter. And so I'm going to go slow to make sure that the grounds don't accidentally go around the filter. So I'm not going slow because it's hard. I think it's kind of sitting in there sideways, actually. Whoops. Alright. Now, as promised, we're going to do it straight first. You know, so it's like I said, I don't usually drink coffee dark, but still, I say dark, I mean, I don't usually drink coffee without cream and sugar. But even though I'm drinking it without the cream and sugar, it's still pretty good quality, man. I mean, I think it's comparable to going to an actual coffee shop and getting like an espresso shot. I'm gonna be fucking wired if I drink that all the way, though. So let's do the other glass. Fair amount, and then leave some room for the cream. Yeah, let's go about there. Just eyeball it. So for context, this is coconut creamer. So that's going to affect the taste. But we already reviewed drinking it as an espresso shot, essentially, so. And then let's add a responsible amount of sugar. So let's just, yeah. Responsible amount of sugar. In case you didn't know, I am American. Might be relevant to how much sugar I put in. Now, I bought this cocoa powder. I'm not sure that it needs it. You know? I'm not sure that it needs it. I did buy it. I got the honey too. Yes, I am just fancy with with my coffee. I'm just this fancy with my coffee. Just usually. This is normal. This is normal for me. Let's see here. Yes. Alright, and this is coconut cream. Yes, I am this fancy with my coffee. I'm just this fancy. Let's go ahead. Look, I already reviewed what it's like without it. I go a little overboard on this shit. My opinion's already out there. I don't think adding more flavoring is gonna make my opinion, which is in the past at this point, be biased. The cream cooled it down, and the cocoa powder needs heat. That's... oh well. Just realized. Whoops! Judge me. Judge me. Judge me all day. And then this is chocolate chips. Oh yeah. Judge me harder. Look, I'm not gonna pretend like it doesn't have a bitterness to it. It's coffee, okay? And I think maybe the heat I used might be contributing to that. I'll have to do even more research on how to make even better coffee. But this blend is not the thing that needs improved. And like I said, I don't know. There's no blend I'm gonna use where I'm happily drinking espresso shots anyway. But it ain't too bad. It actually ain't too bad. But I still prefer my sugary drink. So good. So let's see here. Yeah. You know, honestly, how much of this bag do I have? Hold on. Yeah, still got a bit. You know, it might be a while, just because it might be a month before I finish that. But ultimately, I'm gonna buy another bag when this is finished up. It's happening. This is some good stuff. It says that they roasted it on the 16th of May. So you can see it's got the actual date there. So that's pretty good. Ah. I mean, I'll show it to you. Now, you know, let's not act like this is the coffee Satoshi was drinking when he programmed the first Bitcoin Core version, but I would program to this. You know? And you know what's interesting is the fact that I actually literally couldn't buy this. I don't think I could have bought it with dollars. Let's see. I'm gonna verify. Don't let me just make shit up. Let's verify. They got other blends on here. It's not just Satoshi blend. Let's see here. If I hit translate to English, fixed price and free shipping. Okay, let's do fixed price. If I proceed to check out, BIM. So for context, I just selected shipping to El Salvador to see if you even could pay with dollars. I don't think you can. I know the process for getting a bank account in El Salvador is not easy. Because the KYC requirements, require like identity verification. And people in El Salvador just don't have good identity verification to do the KYC with. Is BIM a Bitcoin payment processor? Anyway, I don't think you even can buy that with dollars, just because it requires bank accounts. Now, or would have required bank accounts, and they can't get one, or they have huge difficulty in getting one. Just in general, not these people in particular, but like El Salvadorians in particular, and like in general. So, what would have ended up happening is a larger conglomerate coffee company, like Starbucks probably, would probably just buy them out. Probably just buy the land. And then hire them to work to produce the coffee beans. Pay them pennies on the dollar, and then they'd ship it over to the US and then charge US prices. Is the traditional process, because the people there wouldn't have been able to sell to U.S. customers directly just because of they can't do electronic payments. Now, with all that said, you might be thinking, well, what do I think about CBDCs? So that's central bank digital currencies. But the thing is if you read the Federal Reserve's paper on how they want to create a central bank digital currency, they're going to require KYC just for you to get a CBDC wallet. And so it's not actually a digital currency, it's just a bank account. It's just another bank account. But it's a bank account with the Federal Reserve instead of a smaller bank. So it's not a realistic solution. But, that's how regulators think of this technology, is they think Bitcoin is like a shitty bank account. They think it's a shitty bank account. But it's not a bank account. It's like actual property. There's this psychological barrier to thinking that property can exist on computers and the internet, but we've managed to do it. There's like this psychological barrier. Why hasn't Bitcoin been hacked? It's been 13 years. Why hasn't Bitcoin died? Why won't it just die already? And you can either learn about it and figure out why it hasn't died, figure out why it can't be hacked, or you could just accept that this is the case and be, you know, ignorant is not a nice word, but you know, people don't need to know everything about everything. So I wouldn't judge you for just accepting it. What I would judge you for is seeing it prove itself time and time again, and then continue to just say that it's like tulips or Beanie Babies. Anyway, so that's it. That was it. That's coffee I bought from El Salvador using Bitcoin, and it's a good blend. It's a good blend. Recommend it. Hey, buy it for yourself, man. Buy it for yourself. You're gonna have to buy Bitcoin and get a Lightning wallet. I use Phoenix, so I actually kind of recommend Phoenix. It's pretty good Lightning Network wallet. But you have to use Bitcoin in order to buy this coffee. So, but I do recommend it if you want to get it. So, anyway, that's it. Have a good one.